Hello fellow Auraxians and Happy New Year! My name is LinkFrost and welcome back to Road to the Fortuna. Just in case you don't know what it is, it's a weapon review marathon where I will Auraxium and review 5 carbines available to the new conglomerate. After that, I will have the NC Auraxium carbine unlocked, the 19A Fortuna, and wrap up this marathon with a review of that weapon. But before anything, I'd like to ask a favor of you guys. Thanks to Gyroscope, and I'll be doing a collaboration with him pretty soon, I was able to use Shadowplate instead of Fraps to record this footage. So if anything looks a bit weird or bad, then let me know. But if it looks good, then I'm happy. Today is part 2 of part 6, and I'm going to be reviewing the Auraxium Firearms 4A Bandit, aka the AF-4A Bandit, a close quarters carbine available to new conglomerate engineers and light assaults. Designed with mobility in mind, the lightweight alloys that make up the Auraxium Firearms AF-4A Bandit allows for faster movement while aiming without compromising on stopping power in close to medium ranges. In this review, I will break down the weapon statistics, give you my recommended attachment options and tips, as well as comparing this weapon to the default AF-19 Mercenary, since I found the two weapons to be similar in a way. Because of this, I recommend watching my last review of the Mercenary to get a better understanding of this review. If you are looking to invest into the AF-4A Bandit, the price tag of this weapon is either 1,000 certification points or 700 station cash. Now, let's take a look at some of the statistics of the weapon. The AF-4A Bandit fires at 632 rounds per minute, which is slightly faster than the Mercenary's rate of fire. The damage that the Bandit deals is 167 damage at 10 meters and falls off to 112 damage at 60 meters. It will require 6 body shots and 3 headshots to kill an infantry unit at 10 meters or lower, 7 body shots or 4 headshots to kill anyone between 11 and 34 meters, 8 body shots or 4 headshots to kill a target between 35 to 45 meters, and 9 body shots or 5 headshots to kill anyone beyond 46 meters. If your results were different, then please feel free to correct me if I made any mistakes. The muzzle velocity is a slow 440 meters per second, and the reload speed is also pretty slow, clocking in at 2.68 seconds short and 3.075 seconds long. The amount of ammunition that you are given to by default is a total of 180 rounds, and each magazine will carry 30 rounds. The recoil pattern travels up and to the right, and to compensate, pull down and to the left. I feel that the Bandit's recoil is more manageable than the Mercenary's. The Hipfire Accuracy is good. After some testings, I can confirm that the cone of fire for the Bandit is tighter than the Mercenary's. Now, you may be thinking with all these stats that I've just thrown out to you that maybe the Mercenary and the Bandit are pretty much the exact same weapon, but that is not the case. The one thing the Bandit has that the Mercenary doesn't is a 0.75 times movement speed multiplier when aiming down the sights, and this is extremely good, especially in close quarters. Because of this, the recommended range for the Bandit is close quarters, but in order for your Bandit to become a close quarters beast, you will need to be decked out with the proper attachments. For optics, the Bandit can equip anything from scopes 1x through 4x, including a heat-seeking night vision scope. I recommend the 1x Techlight Reflex red dot sight since it gives you a clear spot to shoot at without obstructing your view. The heat-seeking night vision scope is a good choice too. For barrel attachments, there's the standard suppressor and the flash suppressor. I personally don't run with any, but the flash suppressor seems like a viable option. For rail attachments, you have a dark light flashlight, a forward grip, and an advanced laser sight, and I recommend the advanced laser sight. It's the best choice you have for the Bandit. Dark light flashlight won't help, and the forward grip is pretty useless as well. It can also equip soft point ammunition, which I highly recommend, since soft point ammo holds almost no downsides for close quarters weapons, and increases your killing potential at medium ranges. Soft point ammo is the reason why I don't recommend a suppressor, since the suppressor combined with the soft point ammo will make your bullet travel even slower, and the suppressor will also decrease the damage at range, which is noticeable. Now, before we shift to looking onto the actual weapon, let's compare the Bandit and the Mercenary, and I will give you the pros and cons of each weapon. Let's start off with the Mercenary. The pros of the Mercenary are that it does more damage at longer range, has a faster muzzle velocity, a faster reload speed, and better accuracy while aiming. The cons are that it has a slightly lower fire rate compared to the Bandit, worse hipfire accuracy, lack of attachments, example the Bandit having the advanced laser sight and soft point ammo, and the Mercenary only has a 0.50 times movement speed multiplier when aiming down sights. Now let's transition onto the Bandit. The pros are that it has a slightly faster fire rate, better range of attachments, better hipfire accuracy, and a 0.75 times movement speed multiplier while aiming down the sights, which I feel is the big selling point for the Bandit. being the only NC carbine as of the time of this video was made with this trait. The cons are that it has less damage at range, slower muzzle velocity, worse aim accuracy, and an even slower reload speed. I thought that these pieces of information should be useful to those debating whether which carbine is quote-unquote better, which is not true. Both the carbines are amazing, but one is better in certain situations. But now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the actual weapon itself, the AF-4A Bandit. Now, I think that the most important trait about the Bandit, like I said earlier, is the 0.75 movement speed multiplier while aiming down sights. This trait is extremely, and I mean extremely effective in close quarters. Since you will be moving faster than normal, your opponent may have difficulty trying to lay a bullet on you. So a tip while aiming down sights, dance, and dance like you mean it. And by dance, I mean strafe like crazy. Another tip is to go for headshots. This weapon's recoil is extremely manageable, and landing those headshots are really easy. I feel as if this weapon does live up to its name. A bandit is fast and steals extremely quickly. The bandit weapon is fast both while moving and stealing experience points from your victims. And by this, I mean it can eliminate targets extremely quickly. One downside, however, that I feel is very powerful is the long reload speeds. If you eliminate a target and then reload, try to find the best cover possible so you won't get caught with your pants down. Last tip, don't engage your opponents in extremely long ranges. Combined with your poor muzzle velocity and damage at range, you will get executed and outclassed by most other weapons. Overall, this is a really enjoyable weapon. It feels smooth and easy to use. I recommend this weapon to anyone with any skill level, but I recommend you use this weapon on your light assaults instead of your engineers. However, do I recommend this weapon over the Mercenary? Unfortunately, my answer is no. I love both weapons, but my love for the Mercenary is stronger. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get this weapon. If you want it, then get it. I enjoyed the times I used the Bandit, and I feel proud to say that the AF-4A Bandit was my second Auraxium Medal I have obtained in PlanetSide 2. Time for the final two questions. First one, was the grind for the Auraxium Medal worth it? My answer is yes. It's a very fun weapon, and I feel that pretty much everyone will enjoy. Now, the other question, will I ever come back to using the Bandit? My answer is sort of a yes and no. I will come back to it occasionally, but not as much as I would with the Mercenary. I honestly like it a little better than the Bandit, but I'm not saying that the Bandit isn't fun or bad in any way. Well, that just about wraps up part 2 of part 6 of my road to the Fortuna Marathon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have any thoughts of the AF-4A Bandit? Then let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and don't forget to share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, then subscribe. It helps a ton. Next part will be the GD7F. But until then, stay frosty, subscribe, have a happy new year, and I'll see you all later.